Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, and I'm on my venture to get ready for work this morning, but I wanted to let you know where I was yesterday. Yesterday, I had a tremendous headache, and I was just worn down and tired, and so I kind of just lounged around. I did a few chores, but nothing major. I took two little cat naps yesterday, one in morning and one in the afternoon. I just needed to kind of regroup myself. And so I did end up going to Tractor Supply. I bought a couple of buckets and I bought this brush. I am going to tell you that this is the absolute best brush in the world for burrs. We're talking the little burrs that just coat your dogs when they get through them. I brought it home and I worked on Tashir, and I'm going to tell you, it worked very, very well. It's not a painful thing. I found this in the horse brushes area. So I do recommend this brush. It is made by Dumore, and it's actually a horse mane and tail brush, but it works fantastic for Tashir's coat and burrs. This morning I put her out and I just put her back up to let all the chickens and Gandalf out in the back, and she is coated once again. So after work, we're going to do another brushing. So this brush, if you have dogs with coats that get burrs, this is it right here. Solomon's coat don't really hold the little burrs all that much, but he does hold cockle burrs. And so yesterday morning, when I put him up before I let Tashir out, I was in his kennel and I was going through his body and finding all the big burrs and separating them. So I need to get in there and check him again today as well. So we're fighting with the burrs right now. Okay, so after work, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to change clothes, check on everybody, pass out snacks, fresh water, so on and so forth. Grab my list, and we're going to do an in-store shop at JC for Friday fuel points. Some things I'm really kind of focused on are strawberries and grapes. Tyson chicken is the buy one, get one free. It's a full line sale, so as you know, I really like to get the boneless, skinless chicken breast for as cheap as I can for what we eat. My husband doesn't like thighs or legs all that much, and so I do that. I cook them down. I eat some of that, but it's mostly for dogs and cats. We're also going to look at these little Jacks or the Tombstone pizzas for $2.99. That's a weekly digital. The Baby Bella and Tillamook cheeses are buy one, get one free. We're going to look at that. The frozen Tyson chicken strips are, I believe they're $4.99, or no, they're a buy one, get one free too. Sorry. We're going to look at that, maybe get a couple of those to put in the freezer for this winter. Um, Keebler cracker sandwiches are $1.99 and Cheez-Its are $1.99. And we love those snapped Cheez-Its. I really love those. I think they're fun. Kettle brand chips are $1.99. We're going to grab some of that. 40 packs of water are $3.99 on a weekly digital as well. Totino's pizza rolls are $3.99. My husband loves to have those. It's something he can cook when he wants a snack when I'm in bed. Coffee, I'm going to grab $10 worth of coffee because I have $1.50 off. Um, all detergent is $3.99 on a weekly digital, and I have a $3 off. And in my digitals, they were side by side, so I'm assuming I'm going to get some all detergent for 99 cents. Nature's Bounty or buy one, get one free. I also have a 5 off of 2 and a 2 off of 2 best customer. So that's $7 off of 2 Nature's Bounty. The Delalo pepperoni is on sale this week, and I also have $1 off on that. Butterball turkey, 99 cents a pound. I might grab a turkey and cook that for dog food and make some really good dog food. So that's kind of what we're looking at on our list. I probably won't get everything on the list, and I might get stuff that's not on the list, but we're going to do it. I also have 2 coupons that came in the mail from JC. It's like so much off of 100 or so much off of so much that you spend. I'm going to have to look at it, and we'll look at it when we get ready to do our in-store shop when I get off work today. Phew, that's a lot, right? Well, I just want to make this very clear. This is my channel. This is my homestead. This is my farm. These are my animals. This is my life. And I talk about those things sometimes before I talk about the topic that you may see in the title. I got some blowback. That's what I'm going to call it. Blowback about my Glenn Beck video. One commenter said that they just came to hear Glenn Beck talk. Well, go to Glenn Beck's YouTube channel. I'm just telling you he's an idiot by what I watched. So if you don't like my channel, don't be here. I did not make this channel to make money. As you can tell, I've been doing this for quite a while, and I still don't have the subscribers that I would like to have. But it's not here to make money. It is a way for me to express myself. It is a way for me to, kind of document what I do. Just it is what it is. Okay. I am so cold. It is so cold. Let me see what it is right now. 46 degrees. But it was colder than that when I got up this morning. So tomatoes are going to stop. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to start picking all the green ones and let them ripen in the house, which will be fine because we're going to put a lot of those in the freezer. The last round of picking in the tomatoes will be for chickens and for the freezer. Yay. Okay. Let's see here. What do I want to talk about? Oh, okay. Let's get back to the Glenn Beck video and what I said about Antifa. Okay. D.B. Cooper, which was actually not a real person, but someone who jumped out of a plane. And I would suggest maybe you need to jump out of a plane again. But anyway, this person continues to comment about what I was speaking about as far as witch hunts, as far as what I was speaking about Antifa. Antifa is not an organization. It's just not. It's not. Antifa means anti-fascist. You can say what you want to say, but it's not an organization that has any place to sign up on. It has, and I keep asking these people who say, well, it is an organization. Okay, well, then show me a site. I don't get site, I just get blowback. So show me a site. Show me a site where I can join the Antifa movement. Okay, because that's what I would like to do. As far as the witch hunts went on throughout Europe. When they did end up in Salem, theirs were several little girls, and they had, we'll say they had beef against, some of the elders of the church and some of the women of the church. And so they did performance acts. Performance. I can't say that word. But anyway, they were in the courtroom and they would act like they were being, like mystically touched and tortured or whatever. This is what's going on. You know, when I say witch hunts and I talk about the witch hunts of Salem, um, what I'm telling you is that MAGA people are calling on people. They call on their neighbors who they think are undocumented immigrants. They're calling on um, people who are talking bad about Charlie Kirk's death and about Charlie Kirk. Well, Kirk was an absolute racist. He was a horrible human being. He had no empathy or sympathy for anybody other than white men. And yeah, so what? Call on me, telling the truth. I mean, there's videos out there that absolutely shows what he believed about black people and brown people and how, we're supposed to just suffer some loss if we're going to have the Second Amendment. Well, you know, sometimes I don't want to get into an argument over it. But anyway, they're calling on people who they're calling Antifa. They belong to Antifa. Well, let's just talk about something here. We heard all the propaganda that Antifa and the FBI actually were the ones who broke into the Capitol and were leading in the protesters. Okay, well, let's just talk about peaceful protest first, and then we'll talk about what actually happened. So, peaceful protest is what you are seeing right now. The No King protests, all of the protests that have been going on have been peaceful protests. Okay? Now, granted, there are always a few bad apples in the bunch. Those people should be prosecuted. Those people should be held accountable for vandalism or being aggressive towards law enforcement. Yes, that should happen. Absolutely. Just like I believe that anybody who was involved in Epstein should be put in jail and have to pay a penance for that. Okay. So when people get this idea that, we just want everybody, I don't know, it's just annoying. But anyway, so J6 protesters were not peaceful. They broke into the Capitol. They harmed police officers. They pooped in the Capitol. Like, really? They stole items out of the Capitol. And people want to say, well, Antifa started it. Anti-fascists would have had their way with Joe Biden being president. So why would they go in and fight against their win of not getting Donald Trump in office? See, that's what I don't understand. You all say the Democrats started J6. Well, that's not true. Donald Trump called for a protest and called for you all to go down, them, not y'all, because I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know. But anyway, they went in and Donald Trump never tried to stop it. People say, or he says that he tried to offer Pelosi National Guard, which was not true. And y'all keep holding to that. Y'all keep holding that Antifa started it or anti-Trump people started it, which makes no sense considering that Joe Biden being, put in office would be what they wanted. So why would they protest against what they voted for? So you see, it really makes no sense. And these rabbit holes that everybody gets down in are just stupid. What you need to work with here is Venezuela and Gaza. Now, we are starting a war with Venezuela by killing innocent people. We, the United States of America, not we as those who are against anti-fascists or Antifa, whatever you want to say. We're not for killing people in boats off the coast of Venezuela. But Venezuela is getting their troops ready for land attacks by the U.S. Do you understand how serious that is? Do you understand how serious it is that when Israel and Hamas supposedly had this treaty that Trump put forth for peace in Gaza is not working? 24 people were killed by Israel, Palestinians. Hamas is continuing their crimes and murders. So it's still going on. Donald Trump wants to send troops to Venezuela. He wants to send troops to Gaza. And he's this peacetime president who wants the Nobel Peace Prize. How can you murder people off the coast of Venezuela and call yourself a peacetime president? How can you put troops into major cities in our country and call yourself a peacetime president? How can you threaten Canada, Greenland, Panama? How can you threaten all of those places and consider yourself a peacetime president? He is the criminal king with a mafia regime. Stephen Miller is a nasty little bugger, and you know that he is running the whole show, right? While Donald Trump, Oh my gosh. Builds a ballroom, destroys the rose garden, and turns it into a club for his wealthy people and friends. He's also wanting to put a Arc of Triumph in Washington. Inflation has not gone down, it's getting worse. Okay? He keeps saying that there's no more inflation. That is a lie. And while we suffer by trying to afford what we can and trying to live our lives and losing health care and programs that help those people that need help, he's building all of this stuff and using this money. He's going to send Argentina $40 billion. And that is for those wealthy people who are losing their ass. America first is not what's happening. And being okay with people treated less than animals, to me, absolutely discredits anyone who calls themselves a Christian when they're okay with how this deportation is going. Y'all, I'm froze. I'm going to go. I'll see you later. Well, I probably won't see you, but we'll do an in-store shop after I get off work. I'm going to drag my butt to the store and we're going to try to do it. It's going to be really busy, busier than I normally at JC, but we'll get through it. Y'all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Stay right of mind. Always look at truth and reality. Look up what you're told. Educate yourself because that's what you need to do. Y'all have a great day. Bye.